Now, if you ask anyone who's raced here, they'll tell you, nowhere in the world is more important to get a high qualifying position than here on the windy, chicaney, challenging streets of Monaco. We're about to set the grid for tomorrow's race, but potentially for the end of the race too. So welcome along, everyone, to the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying.
Okay, mate, radio check, please, radio check.
Radio check.
And we've dropped to P18. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are, so the current fastest lap, 1:15.1. Verstappen, and just behind us are Gasly, Alonso and Tsunoda. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are the fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 14.0. Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, Russell and Alonso. And that's just 30 seconds left in the session. The pack, that's P1. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:13.6. And we're in front of Piastri, Verstappen and Norris. Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Mega job.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. It's Monte Carlo with history, glamour and a uniquely tight and claustrophobic challenge. One that over the course of a lap sees us tour an entire country. Welcome along to the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco, then, is not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo. And although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Verstappen, George Russell and Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Gasly, Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Lawson, Gabriel Bortoleto and Albon, Antonelli, Ocon, Isaac Hadjar and Ollie Behrman, Colapinto and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Understood, copy that. Understood. Stopping this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. You've got 2 stops remaining now. 2 stops remaining in this strategy. Okay, we're currently at the back. That's last place. Stroll ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps. And there's 36 laps to go. We're low on fuel. Let's conserve what we have left. Start using the car's drag to slow you down ahead of the braking points by just lifting off the throttle briefly before you start to actively brake. That'll help. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 5.6 seconds. Okay, we've got 31 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, clear. We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
Yes, sir.
There are 22 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Okay, copy that. There are 20 laps of fuel left. Okay, go, go, go. Good job from you and the crew there, mate. We're satisfied with that. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Right, next car ahead is a Haas. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 17.3 seconds. Drivers in the pits. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, we've got 12 laps of fuel remaining. Running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Charles is in for his stop now. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment, just be careful. Okay, we're approaching the pit window, you're going to be on softs. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 8.5 seconds. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Okay, right. Thanks, mate.
Okay, focus, we need to stay on form. Okay, remember to pit this lap.
I'm so sorry, guys.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
Well, another race victory today, and you can clearly see they're starting to believe in themselves more and more. You get to a stage, Crofty, where you become very hard to beat as a driver when you keep putting in performances like this one.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number one, Max Verstappen. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.